you doing, man? I just had a question about the endorsements. Obviously, Spanish is not included in your show anymore as of right now, but I'm just wondering, like the Blue Chew one that he has, it says from the Mike Calta Show. Is that? I mean, I don't know why. I have a feeling that he's going to come back, and he just hasn't said anything unless I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, you're wrong.
I mean, who does it? Do you care about that, or
no?
Look, I
get what you're saying. No, I said it on the show yesterday. I don't hate Spanish. I don't feel like he's a bad person. I feel like he's in a bad spot, and it's really not my business to talk about. And he did a couple of things on this show that make him untrustworthy to me, and I can't work with him, and that's it. Whether he is continued to have employment at the radio station is not my judgment, and I don't care. I don't wish bad things on him, and that commercial spot is obviously older. And it'll probably be refreshed sometime soon. I don't know what his schedule is like. I don't know where his status is right now. So really, I know that you would not think this, but at this point, once it's out of my hands, it's none of my business.
I mean, you run the station.
Yes, I know. That's what everybody thinks. But I get the call. I get what you're saying. I know you're not being a dick.
No, I'm not. And I've been listening to you guys for so long. Even when you were in afternoons, and obviously it was a huge part of this. Obviously he's a huge part of the show, and it's just I don't know what happened, and obviously off the air. But it's crazy how if he was involved in the show, how he wouldn't be begging to come back, or I'm not saying he hasn't. I have no idea, but I'm just surprised.
I'll tell you,
he didn't do that.
I'll tell you, I have not heard. I've not heard one word from him since whatever you heard on the air is the only thing that has happened. And if I'm missing something,
that is crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
If I'm missing something, tell me. Have you talked to him, Carmen?
I have not.
Galvin?
No.
I know you text with him, right?
Yeah, I have.
And you text with him as well, Joe. He lives with you, but he hasn't been in your house.
I haven't seen him in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so that is the absolute truth.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, I feel like, and this is me being honest, I feel like he's in a bad spot right now. Not in a spot where I'm willing to let it bring down the show, but in a spot for me to make it where I don't hate him. I'm mad at him. I wish the best for him, and I hope if it's help that he needs, he gets it. If it's not, maybe him being away from the show is what he needs, and maybe this is the best thing for him. I can't have somebody working for me coming to my home and being in my life that I can't trust, and he proved himself to be not trustworthy.
The last time I talked to him, it was
for EP.
The last time I talked to him had nothing to do with the show. I was asking him if he was okay at a place for the hurricane. That's what the conversation was. But I haven't talked to him about the show at all.
No, and he's definitely not begging to get the job back. I can tell you that.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm just, I don't mean to bring the show down. It's just that it was a huge part, and you kind of said a little bit, obviously, like you did with the other years ago. I forgot it, Rob, but that was only a couple of years. This kid's been there for so long. He got the spot, and I know that if I lost it, and especially because you guys, like Galvin said many times, you have a cool job. You get to go on cruises. You do all kinds of cool stuff.
It's the best job in the world.
And you've had so much leniency with him, you know what I mean? And it really is amazing how he would be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And then when you got him off the phone, obviously, hey, listen, don't come to the station, the station. And he was like, okay. And then that was it.
Yeah.
So it was like, there's got to be more to it,
But I think some point, sir, believe it or not, even though it's a cool job, it is pretty stressful, and maybe he just got to the point where he was done, and he's like, okay, I think this is best for all of us, which happens. I've worked on a show before this one, and when it ended, I was like, whew, thank God, because you just get to a point where you don't want to do it anymore, and I just maybe think he didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah. How long? I mean, but how long do you think it'll take you to fill that role, Carmen?
Carmen already fills that role.
I mean, honestly,
absolutely 100%.
Since he's been gone, we haven't missed a beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like off air, on air, all that kind of stuff.
Not saying he didn't contribute to the show.
Right.
It's just that the show is a well-oiled machine that runs with or without it.
Just absorb everything.
Right. Yeah. It's
well, listen, I love the show, guys. I just wanted to, chime in. I listen every day, and I won't leave a call. But comment for EP.
Appreciate it. Thank you for the call, Mr. UTI.
I think he thinks Carmen's single.
I mean, and we could just, we should just tell everybody so they stop.
Carmen,
what?
I do think you do a great job, and I do think that you have absorbed probably most of, you and Gio have absorbed most of whatever Spanish did behind the scenes, and I don't feel like we've missed a beat at all.
Right.
Yeah. Now, that's not saying he didn't contribute to the show and he wasn't good on the show, whatever. It's just that this is what we do, and the show must go on.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I know Galvin was kind of getting over it. I enjoyed the conspiracy talk only from the standpoint of I like the different perspectives,
Right.
whether it's actually happening or not.
Different perspectives, fine. It was literally everything, though. It was. I got to change my tire. Did you know tires are made? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I get it, but I do miss that because he would do the research on it where I will tell you everything. I went to college and I am Instagram knowledge from top to bottom. Everything I see and everything I know, I get from Instagram, and I do not do any more research. And I don't care to, because I know it won't make a difference if I do. And I don't want to go down that conspiracy rabbit hole that Spanish did.
He definitely knew his stuff. Like whether it's correct or not, he knew what he was talking about. Yeah.
Right. Where my thing is like, I'll watch a 10-second video on Instagram, and that is good enough for me. And I don't care, and it doesn't bother me, and it doesn't take anything away.
Plus, you make up stuff like you did about that nice lady that was trying to clean up after the hurricane.
Yeah,
You said she just threw the branches down.
Yeah, because I didn't remember her video because I watched it once because it doesn't matter.
You don't like girls that are hotter than you.
Did you see she got in the second hurricane? She got trapped in her apartment.
Yeah, in her 12th floor penthouse.
Yeah,
that was pretty good. That made me just laugh because I'm like, any people that want to hate her, and she's just laughing in her penthouse.
By the way, I did see that after the hurricane that her Porsche was fine.
Yeah, I did notice that.
That is true.